got that hole inside the wall on B's site, it definitely threw a lot of panic on the team, forcing them back into A, which is CC, and I definitely think that's where they started to fall.
Yeah, interesting pick for a site. Gym Bedroom coming out of UOIT. I think that objective has in past seasons has never been played in Pro League, and I don't know if it's been played at all this season, but it is
There
definitely a
we
rare pick.
go. I was going to be very surprised if UOIT did not bring some kind of castle, and we see Wonderflow swapping onto it, which is very good for the site because otherwise any kind of bedroom hole gives the attackers such huge line sight.
Yep, I think it looks like they feinted a cache hold and swapped onto bedroom, but I don't know how much of an advantage that would give them in the end. NMSU did decide to bring Thermite this time, though.
That's definitely going to have a huge impact, if you can see, as the wall next to the bathroom cannot be electrified or muted at all. So that's going to be a huge angle for the attackers.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Indeed, I wonder what exactly the UOIT's plan is to hold this site. There's many attack directions, including the wall you mentioned. Very hard for the defenders to deny without, well, breaching denial.
And we can see that Legion is roaming somewhere. It's unknown right now, but it's not a big deal. Let's hope that he can... Up there he is at the top of CC stairs. And let's hope that maybe he can rotate through CC and get some vital picks if they end up going.
Alright, wasting a Thatcher grenade on nothing to open the wall, and a spear kill onto Jaeger playing a cache. We'll see if they know that the Legion is there.
It seems like they don't, and it seems like they're definitely trying to go for a quick beat plant, burning it out, seeing if they can try and get someone to rush in either through the window or through the hole.
And both the thick operators in the bedroom have been found out. We'll see if the attackers can use that information to their advantage.
Yeah, and we can definitely see that they are hard-pressed in pushing on this line of sight only.
And Finka takes out the Maestro, and while it looks like a firefight is going on against the... Oh, Echo's down. The only person on site that's left is Castle, while Legion is pushing back in. Legion on the flank takes out the Finka, who's been wrecking havoc so far. And Wonderflow manages to take a pick off onto Fear up on the Zofia. Kelev is effectively uncontested as he takes out Thatcher and Thermite. What is going on? Hibana is now alone against 3 people. The round was going so well. What's going on?
As we can see, it definitely seems that NMSU has put a lot of pressure on just one side alone, and this allows for the Legion to rotate around and get the stairs in order to get 3 picks on this round alone. As well as Castle being able to pick up Echo definitely was able to help throw the favor back inside UOIT.
Yeah, and with only 30 seconds left, Hibana has to bring out a miracle to make this work. And we'll see if she manages to clutch this out, or gives Jaeger a 4K at the end of this round.
Well, we can see her. She's trying to rotate through bar, as that might be the only way she can stealthily move in. But then again, Legion was playing stairs and gets a pick on Hibana at the end.
There we go. UOIT win with an unorthodox site pick, but I don't know if that was necessarily because UOIT was playing well, or because NMSU just couldn't quite attack very well on that objective.
Well, we saw very early in the round that Finka had a huge pick on Jaeger near CCTV, and if I thought she was going to carry on that pressure and push into that room, but she did not allow moving back to go onto the roof, which just slowed down the attack.
And letting Legion just get a 3K. I mean, he didn't even get it all at once. He killed one person, and then was allowed to just sit there for a while.
Well, we saw Thatcher went for a hard push, but then stopped real fast to pick out the needle instead. And with him pulling back, it definitely allowed Legion to just give some kind of opportunity to push on the attacker.
Yeah. And now UOIT is going to a more orthodox pick, which is Church Arsenal Room. With a smoke instead of a bandit, which makes sense. And the attackers look like they're ready once again to attack Cash. But, you know, I think this would work quite well for a basement hold, for basement take as well.
Yeah, I definitely think that the lineup might be inside favor of NMSU here, since they now have two different ways of doing hard breaching. Habana for hatches and Thermite as a backup, maybe even a hole for tunnel. But I don't know if I agree with UOIT's lineup of mostly 3 speeds with roamers.
10 seconds to insertion.
That's true. In fact, it used to be that roaming at all on this map was throwing. It's gotten a little better with Cash Room, but even then, this is a huge risk from UOIT. So we'll see if NMSU can punish these roamers playing, it looks like, on the 3rd floor.
We can see that Maestro is definitely sitting inside tunnel, trying to deny any kind of pressure there. But it seems that Thatcher's going to go, Thermite is going to go, trying to put a hole there to apply pressure, and then rotate back with the...
So NMSU is quickly taking control of stock, and IQ is looking through Garage to see if she can find any opponents. I don't know if they quite know that their roamers held up in Cash.
I don't think they know either, and as long as those roamers don't make any sudden movements, they definitely can get a huge flank on their approach as they go down blue stairs or just through Garage.
Yeah, it looks like they're now going with the standard kitchen take on that hatch, trying to attack the B bomb. And while, as you said, the Thermite is holding his angle from dirt pretty well, cutting off any rotations from Garage.
And now with the kitchen hole open, Smoke is just panicking, trying to find a place to go, and is potentially going to run into IQ, but does not, and IQ takes the shots back at him.
So now Smoke is pretty much stuck in moto by IQ. Raichi, however, on the Vigil takes out IQ on the flank. This is going to open up the round for the defense. We'll see if the attack changes their gears to try and deal with these roamers. It doesn't look like it. I think they're just rushing. And they've planted already. Where have they? They've planted on B, since all of the defenders have left, and right now Thermite is holding the rotation on his own as Thermite's looking for the main stairs. Maestro takes out the Thatcher, but
Defenders have eyes on the diffuser.
Thermite has taken down one person and killed Wonderflow on the smoke. 2 quick kills come out of UOIT, leaving Habana on her own as Maestro is taking out the diffuser.
And with Arden
Where
getting
is Habana?
Pick on, Arden got the final pick on Habana while she was sitting inside Hatch, trying to get the angle to kill Maestro. Now, I thought there was going to be quite a panic on the defending team because we saw 3 of them dancing around inside Church for a good 15 seconds. But it seems that once a pick went off on Thatcher, that it definitely gave momentum.
Yeah, it's that was a very, very strange round out of both teams, but the roam play that wasn't ever shut down by the attackers ended up working really well for the retake and taking out all of the attackers.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that one.
So now UOIT going to CCTV cache again, trying to see if they can make this round work. Unlike their first attempt. Picking this site, however, over bar stock, which is an interesting change.
Well, we can now see, instead of picking up a bandit, we can now see Wonderflow picking up a mute instead. I don't know if that's going to come out to hurt them or not, because once the Factor device is thrown, it seems like they're not going to have a way to deny the breach charge again.
Yeah, maybe they might, however, be using the mutes for information denial and actually, for real this time, hold garage. Because, as you can see, they're reinforcing the garage walls once again.
Another thing UOIT could do, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull it off this time, is they could use the Maestro cams as a way to know whether or not they're pushing through the hole in the wall or not using those Maestro cams. But we're going to have to wait and find.
10 seconds remaining.
So now we wait to see who actually holds in garage, as it looks like Vigil is holding on the catwalk for now.
And this time, instead of having a alibi within the bedroom, we're now going to see Legion sitting inside there.
Yep. So Maestro is currently holding the catwalk, and as we have two roamers over in master bedroom holding that off.
And it seems like Thatcher and Thermite are going to go to quick work to try and put this hole inside the wall, while Mute might be pushing, but we're going to have to wait and see.
Mute tried to trick that mute jammer, but with that second Thatcher grenade coming in, didn't quite work.
Well, you can't really trick with mute jammers, because once it is destroyed, you cannot stop it mid-detonation.
Well, that's true. But Maestro gets taken out by, was it Hibana? Oh, and then gets disconnect. Hopefully he gets back before the next round. With this wall opened wide open on B site, it will be only a matter of time before the attackers can plant here. Mute down to almost no HP by a grenade from Buck. And a run out from Vigil. We'll see if he gets anyone with it. No, he runs back in, but now the attackers have to keep that run out in mind in case he tries to do it again.
And we can see Finka definitely now realizes that there is someone inside construction, which gets her eyes off site, but we'll see if that comes back to bite her. And that's
Nitro coming out of Mute, I believe, takes only half the health off of Thatcher, and a smoke plant covered by a Finka killing Keldav on the Legion. Going to see the bomb planted, perhaps. Doc just barely misses the Thermite, but he does kill the Thatcher. Buck goes straight down, but Finka refrags onto Wonderflow on the Mute. The attackers are poisoning themselves for a retake from the currently still defenders. Firefight comes out, and Finka once again the upper hand on the Vigil. Gets downed, however, by the Doc, who now has to 2v1 clutch this round and stop the diffuser, but Glaz a mile away kills the banana, and the diffuser stays down.
Yeah, we can see that definitely near the end of the round, the attack, NMSU definitely had a very good approach when it came to defending that site, with not only Glaz inside the back line, but with Finka deciding to rotate through construction, pressuring anyone inside CC. But it seems like Arton definitely could have changed the way the round went if he would have got the pick on Thermite.
Yeah, he was so close, and from our perspective, it looked like he could actually see Thermite's butt through the smoke. I don't know why he didn't fire, but I think that cost him the round.
You can see near the during the footage that it seemed like he tried to do it, but it also seemed that Thatcher kind of walked inside the way, trying to secure the plan.
Yeah, I think it just slow reaction times out of Arton kind of messed that up. But Wonderflow switching off of his mute onto Castle to try and get Jim Bedroom working after, once again, Cash did not work.
Well, last time we saw from UOIT, they had a very good defense on Jim, but we'll see if Legion will be pressured out or not on the main staircase, and whether or not the attacking team will decide to push from multiple angles or just the wall again.
Yep. And honestly, I'm confused as to why they just didn't go straight to Jim Bedroom. I thought maybe that was a tactical throw in the first round to get NMSU off guard, but it didn't actually change anything when they went there the second time.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a very similar lineup from both teams too. Except instead of running a Jaeger, the UOIT decides to run a Vigil instead, and instead of a it was Zofia, they decided to bring an Ash.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a
Yep.
bomb.
And that
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
3 speed still has her ACOG. We'll see. Maybe Fearup decides to use it. Maybe he doesn't. But we'll have to find out exactly where they're pushing from. Where are the attackers spawning?
It seems like they're spawning on the wall.
Yep. As is to be expected, they're probably going to try and Thatcher that. Oh, I guess they've wisened up and are not going to waste their Thatcher grenade on a wall that's not muted.
Defended, yeah.
And the wall's open, 50 seconds, 40 seconds in, that's pretty good.
And now Finka deciding to do a similar approach to last time on pushing inside CC, but let's see if she can get a pick just like last round. Thatcher being very aggressive, going for the explosion on the wall already.
And I think a missed wallbang on Thatcher may have just happened, and he already opened into B. Ash from downstairs looks like she's going to try and open a different angle of attack. Well, Finka, I think, holds like 2 or 3 defenders all on her own, and she kills Raichi as the Vigil, demanding attention, which Arden gives her and shoots her head right off.
Well, we can definitely see that the attacking team now knows there's a lot of pressure near the CCTV side. Let's see if Ash is going to be able to use that to her advantage or not, or if she's just going to push it in.
And Thatcher using the cover, I think, of the flashes to plant the diffuser. Castle just isn't pre-firing the right spot. Now UOIT scrambling to figure out where these attackers even
Defenders have
are.
eyes on the diffuser. Attackers need to protect it.
Thatcher looking like he's going to go and try and give them an angle through the gym window, and that might kill Doc.
No, it just barely misses it, but Ash with the wrong assault rifle kills 2 people, Maestro and Castle, leaving only 2 defenders up, but one of those defenders is Keldav on the Legion, who doesn't get his 4K again, and drops to the Ash, losing them the round.
Well, we can definitely see this time for the attacking team that they were able to get the plant down, which they were not able to do last time. And with the Thatcher and Ash both pushing from 2 different angles at the end of the round, definitely helped secure their victory. Otherwise, if the defending team would have pressured Thermite, they might have been able to get the defuse quite quickly. Now we have officially hit halftime with the team swapping sides. NMSU now on the defense side, deciding nearly bring it to Chanka, but instead gets a rook in there.
From one heavy boy to another, BLT almost feinted a meme pick onto UOIT, but instead they decide to use the 6th pick on their smoke, while Blitz switches off to Hibana. Mainline switches from smoke onto smoke, which is a very interesting swap.
Yes, and I do think that it's very interesting that Wonderflow picked Blitz at the very beginning and 6 picked off, because now the defending team might be thinking there's a lot of pressure for a rush with an Ash and a IQ, along with a quote-unquote Blitz from what they know.
Yeah. Interestingly, NMSU picks as their first site gym bedroom. Maybe the meta has shifted since I last looked into it, but these teams seem to like their unorthodox objective picks.
Well, I mean, if you really want to try and make yourself a
10 seconds left before
well-known within the... You might have to do unorthodox methods.
That's very true. Interesting spawn peek from Mute. I think he's going to try and C4 the attackers. Let's see if this works out. He just misses like the somehow and has to run all the way back to site.
But we can see that he does do some early damage on Thermite, which may or may not help him at the end of the day.
But a C4 for a little bit of damage when it could have denied a plant, I don't know if I like that much.
I can definitely agree with you there. But with the lack of a blitz, there's kind of not too much they have to worry about when it comes to shielding.
That's true. Now Thermite trying to get the wall, but without a Thatcher, they're gonna have a. Oh wait, they do have a Thatcher. I just can't look.
Some serious drywall work coming up.
So he takes his charge off after realizing that doesn't work. And all roamers are coming back in from cache. There we go. He's opened the wall, finding the place where I think there wasn't a new jammer instead of using a Thatcher grenade.
Hibana applying pressure inside office. Let's see if the defending teams are gonna have their roamers help them out or not. It seems that only Jaeger is roaming.
Yeah, but that may be, well, the attackers. That means that the attackers can use all of their attention on the site, without really having to worry about Jaeger, especially since he's not even holding the windows. Keldav on IQ kills the Legion, so no 4K Legion for NMSU. Thermite opens another angle of attack. Interestingly enough, IQ. Some attempted wallbangs, but Fear Up with the SMG-11 takes out Thermite, the reflex proving stronger than the ACOG, while Thatcher is still standing there in vain looking for a kill.
Arden is, however, able to get a pick up on Mute. May or may not be able to have a huge advantage for the attacking team.
Keldav just pushes straight at the site and kills BLT and 9line. Only person left is Jaeger on site, and he gets killed by Wonderflow. And there goes the round for UOIT.
Now, I didn't mention it earlier, but actually Legion died from IQ through the hatch below. Which it seems like he was trying to go for a quick peek on the window and then quickly drop below, but did not expect a push from for an anti-roam.
Yeah, and UOIT definitely looking like they have a much more coherent attack than NMSU's first attack on Jim. We'll see if they can hold this up as NMSU decides to leave Jim behind and go down to the basement into church.
Now we can see a very interesting pick this time with the Caveira. So far has not been played tonight at all. Let's see if she's going to be able to potentially get an interrogation, but I'm not sure with her current pistol changes. I don't like the new changes with her, so let's see if Fair plays somewhere.
Well, keep in mind that with the Caveira changes, for a full health operator, they've changed nothing, except for that the distance from which Caveira can down someone is actually a lot longer now. So we'll see how well Fear Up can utilize that possible buff, possible nerf. Pretty standard holds, reinforcing off garage and taking care of all the hatches. And since Jackal was banned, no one can find the roamers, who are now reinforcing the hatches.
Well, we can also see that both teams haven't really ran any kind of anti-roam at all. They've just been droning and slowly pushing inside obstruct angles.
You're right,
5 seconds left.
though UIT did do a slightly better job this past round. We'll see if they can do that again, or they may not find this Caveira holding up above kitchen to try and deny that the hatch push.
We can see that UOIT might be breaking the tunnel to apply pressure down, and it seems that there's nobody currently playing with inside it. Maybe even Echo is, I believe.
Yep, Echo holding a long angle in the tunnel, backs back onto site, but makes Thermite decide to just push in through probably stock, or help his Hibana out up on the roof.
We can also see Doc is actually roaming at the top of CCTV stairs, which is quite far away, especially for a 3 armor, but we'll see if that comes to bite him in the back or not.
Well, Doc is one of the better... Oh, there we go. A shotgun kill out of Fear Up onto the IQ. Starts the round off quite strong for NMSU. Now, UOIT has to spend all this time to find and take out this Caveira who may be flanking them. Meanwhile, Fear Up decides to rotate down and into the bar.
Yeah, we can definitely see that Pig has put a very stop on Raichi, and now that the hatch is being opened for Kitchen, and with a minute 30 left on clock, are they going to have to push through hatch in order to get on site?
Vigil takes out the Thatcher coming in, protecting the Caveira's flank. We'll see how UOIT decides to address this, or if they just ignore these roamers and push onto site. So far, it looks like they've stalled out. There's one person is pushing into stock. I can't quite tell who that is.
Habana.
And Doc is holding on stairs, and I don't think anyone knows that he's there.
Twitch went for a very aggressive push going downstairs already, trying to get some kind of site push with 45 seconds left on the clock.
Thermite pushing back again through tunnel, finds Echo, who held him off before. We'll see how the defenders address this. I believe, there we go, a push in, gets shut down by the Mute, takes out Wonderflow on the Hibana, and Mute again takes out the other hard breacher and Thatcher, Thermite. The only person left is Twitch. Let's see if she can deal with the Caveira, who seems to be abusing a possible glitch.
Well, 10 seconds left on the clock. She has to either get 4 kills and ends up going down 2 calves.
There we go. An interesting pocket, possibly a pocket strat from NMSU to punish UOIT's lack of roam clear.
Yeah, that was definitely prevalent there, as they had 3 roamers going on at all times with Doc, Cav, and Vigil.
Yeah, and UOIT, unlike the last round, put effectively 0 resources into clearing these roamers out. And last time I think they may have just gotten lucky with the IQ picking off the Legion.
And now we go for another CCTV hold. We'll see if Bandit is able to deny Thermite, but it seems like there's going to be no kind of removal at all for the Bandit charge.
Indeed, and interesting. I don't know if UIT is expecting a stock hold, or if they might just pick a bedroom push using the Montaigne, avoiding the external wall entirely.
Yeah, we can definitely see that with the Monty pick. It's either going to be, like you said, a bedroom push, or it could be even a garage push out on balcony, because they do have Capital to try and block off and blow open the wall into site through balcony.
That's true. Now, NMSU, unlike UOIT, is reinforcing the garage off. Obviously, not holding in garage. Other than that, looks like pretty much the same hold as UOIT, except for that interesting rotate, not quite on the stairs.
Yeah, I can definitely see why NMSU has blocked off that wall, because it seems like so far they have been a very roam-heavy team on Clubhouse as compared to Ghostline.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, NMSU is currently ahead, and they're looking pretty hot on their own map pick, so they might finish out this series with a positive round differential, although they cannot get anything better than a tie.
Jaeger doing a lot of early pressure on the IQ as Monty tried to push in through garage.
Yeah, he's slowing down this Monty garage push. We'll see if he can do anything about it. It looks like Monty's being stalled out, worried about being pinched either from his right by the Jaeger or the left by the Maestro cam. Jaeger rotates upstairs to try and get a different angle on the attackers.
Maestro seeing that, Monty seeing that it's very valuable to get hold of that balcony. He gets hit with a Legion trap too, losing a lot of health here.
Kelev on the IQ takes out the Bandit who is peeking and looks to get a second kill into the Maestro. Maestro, however, manages to avoid him, and right now has a face-off against a wall.
Time to make a new duel.
It looks like they were able to get these Bandit charges, and Thermite now giving Monty a lot of breathing room up on that window.
Yeah, now the defenders have to pull away from the site, and the attackers have multiple angles to hold, but Legion pulls out a kill onto the thermite as the attackers slowly start to push their way in to take control and maybe try a smoke plant.
Yeah, but the only problem is the diffuser's outside of west side window, which is a very rough window to hop through with how Cappy now smokes.
Yeah,
So
Hibana is under fire, takes out the Legion on her Volt, and now is going in. Jaeger's going on the flank, takes out Keldav, but misses the planter, and is taken out by Wonderflow and the Hibana. Hibana did not get the plant off though, so 2 attackers versus 2 defenders. We'll see if Doc has anything to say about this plant.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Indeed he does, and takes out the Hibana. Now it's 1v1 Capitao versus Maestro. Does Capitao have any bolts left, do you know?
I believe he does not.
So it's just going to be a firefight, a regular assault rifle
Attackers
against
have located a
and
bomb.
a light machine gun. We'll see how this goes. Not looking very good for the attackers. 30 seconds left though, so he might be able to... He might have time to still win out this round.
As we can see, there's constant pressure too, as there's constant pinging of one of the operators.
Yep, and FearUp gets the revolver kill onto Art and winning another round for NMSU. I believe they have not lost an attack round, a defense round so far.
Yeah, I believe so either, and we can definitely see that the Jaeger rotation there was able to get huge vital picks on Monty and I believe it was IQ as well.
Actually, let me correct that. They lost their first round on Jim, but the other 2 they have won, but they're trying their luck again with Jim. We'll see if this works out better for them, or maybe they should have picked stock.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that a lot of teams are not going bar stock, as it gives a lot of area for operators like Maestro and Doc to thrive with their ACOGs.
Yeah. Speaking of which, both of those operators are being played on the defense. We'll see how aggressive they're going to be. They also decided to pick Capcan. If they do not 6-pick off of that, oh, never mind. Here we go. Someone other than Fiora picks up the mantle of the Kavera, unbeknownst to the attackers. And if they don't do their duty, clearing out the roamers, this might bite them in the ass.
Yeah, and we can definitely see the Hibana swapping off onto Twitch, potentially trying to be able to get these Capcan traps, because as all the attackers know, Capcan is going to put a lot of pressure on Monty when it comes to entering doorways.
Yeah, although I will say it's a lot easier to deal with Capcan traps if you have time, and UOIT has, so the Twitch pick is not necessarily that important.
Well, as we can see a couple rounds earlier when it came to Church, UOIT took so long to push that it came down to 45 seconds left on the clock before they even had any kind of approach on site.
That is true. Now Kavera is trying very hard to not be detected by any drones whatsoever, leaving only in the last few seconds, and using this time as the attackers are spawning in to rotate off into Gym, or not to Gym, into Garage to try and get a flank off.
Yeah, I can definitely see why Cav wants to hide, not only for the Capcan pressure, but because of any kind of flank, because of Silent Step is going to be huge for the defending team.
Yeah, and Monty's pushing in through Garage. We'll see if he finds the Kavera, who's currently hiding behind a wall. If Kavera can get this flank off right, this will be a solid 2 kills and perhaps an interrogation for NMSU.
And we see Jaeger applying pressure on the balcony, getting the eyes off of Kavera.
Yeah, a really smart play. We'll see if Kavera notices this IQ right next to her. She should see her right there. She bides her time once again. We'll see what exactly is NMSU's plan.
Well, we can assume that she might be trying to go for the Monty instead of trying to get the Jaeger.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, and it looks like she's lining up her shot. There we go. Down goes the IQ. Unbeknownst, and the Monty turns around. I think he faces the Jaeger. Kills the Jaeger though. He might get the kill off onto the Kavera. We'll see if he's paying attention. While Thermite opens the wall onto the objective, Kavera kills the IQ and possibly running away from the Monty.
Now we can see that Thatcher put a hole inside the exterior wall again, but no one is applying pressure on that wall. Instead, Ash is trying to just get a shot through the window, and I think that might come back to bite them.
Yeah, and currently Caveira is probably rotating back onto site, or at least to another flank, leaving Garage alone, and Monty is allowed to push construction with about half of his health left.
Yeah, we can definitely see these wall legions still up. His goons are going to put Monty inside of halt him in his tracks quite quickly, as he is quite low in health and cannot afford any more goo traps.
Yep, and he probably saw or guessed that Legion mine. We'll see if he notices a Legion hiding behind that bomb, or if Hibana can get a good angle on him. Thermite is currently watching flank for that Caveira, and Ash is just shooting nothing. Legion kills one, but it's get traded out by Thermite killing the Caveira. Almost no health left on the Montaigne. We'll see how they manage this push without a diffuser. Doc kills Arden on the Ash, but 2 kills coming out of UOIT leaves Doc as the only man standing. Low health against a shield. We'll see how this goes, but the shield downs him and kills him. Finally, so once again, UOIT wins the gym objective. We'll see if they can take this to a different place, to a different objective.
Yeah, and that was definitely close to the wire with that round 2, as we can see Monty just barely getting Doc with a sliver of health left. Quite a disappointing round for NMSU.
Yeah, but NMSU going back to the church arsenal room to see if they can make that objective work again. We'll see if, and possibly doing the same roam play to just waste the attacker's time and then kill them at the end.
Right, you finally swapping off Monty, potentially trying to give him more potential, and they decided to go for a blitz instead for a more aggressive push.
Interesting. I guess I was wrong in the first map when I said that UIT is not very well known for their shields. Obviously, I have not done my homework, as Raiti has been playing a lot of shields and is now playing blitz. We'll see if that helps them deal with the roamers or anchors or whoever may come in their way.
And now we can see with a Kaid getting picked up, let's see if he's going to be able to deny any kind of tunnel push. But then again, there is Twitch, so it depends on how she wants to use her drones or if they get picked off in general.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and so far I think we've got
5 seconds left.
2 roamers upstairs, the Vigil and probably the Doc.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers must locate and
We'll
defuse
see.
the bomb.
Doc generally roams at the top of CC's stairs.
Yeah, Vigil trying to get possibly a run out on Strip. Nope, he's just biding his time, waiting and watching the cameras.
Doc rotates back to site. We have only 1 roamer this time, with Vigil taking his time.
And Blitz is already in blue. We'll see if this early pressure is going to work out. This rush coming out from UOIT, trying to catch the defenders off guard. Already down goes the Doc to the Blitz. And Melee is down the poor Legion. Runs in. Let's see if you can find the Echo, who's looking the wrong way. 3-4 kills for Raichi on the Blitz. A plant goes down. It's only up to the Vigil to try and clutch ace this round. We'll see if they can do that to win. If Vigil can clutch ace this, they win. But if not, they're going to overtime once again. First kill coming in. But he gets traded out pretty quickly afterwards by the Twitch, and UOIT tie up the series and take this map to overtime once again.
Well, we can definitely see there that when Legion threw the impact wall, I don't think Doc was ready for the Blitz to immediately come rushing through it. And it seems like that was definitely the slight downfall of the team. If they would have just played the goo mines, it might have slowed down the blitz push just slightly.
Yeah, it's this. I mean, this was a pretty strong, like fast rush coming out of the attackers with that secret blitz coming in. Now we'll see if UOIT does that again. They're at least feinting such a thing, but Nine Line says, no, you're not going to do that. We're going to frostmat you, we're going to lesion trap you, we're just going to find any way we can to slow you down.
Yeah, and it seems because of the success of Blitz, I don't think NMSU wants him to try and take the win, but a swap to Ella instead, thinking that they might be just bluffing the Blitz.
Yeah, or alternatively, they might just another roamer with a high rate of fire gun with like Ella
Attackers need to
might be what
locate
they
and
think
defuse the
they
bomb.
need to deal with a rush like that, and along with her concussion grenades.
That is true. Now, with the defending, with NMSU not bringing any kind of heart breach denial, we're going to see Thermite just putting another hole inside the wall, and then maybe Blitz is going to rush in from there, or maybe through the stairs right next to CCTV. We're just have to wait and find out.
Yep. So as we wait
10
for
seconds
the
left.
prep round to finish, we'll see if UOIT
5 seconds
can
remaining.
pull this map back and win it all, or
Attackers have
if
recovered their diffuser.
NMSU can
Attackers'
tie up the
objective is
series.
to locate the bomb and defuse it.
So you can see Jaeger already playing at the lower blue stairs and Doc playing on top of balcony. It seems like they're trying to get prepared for any kind of rush possible. But I don't
Indeed,
think
and-
they're ready for the rush to come through bedroom potentially.
Indeed, it looks like there's no defenders around there. Jaeger holding his flank. We'll see if he can use that to his advantage later on, or if that comes back to bite them.
But we can see Ella rotate into bathroom, and there might be an explosion on the exterior wall near the bathroom as well, but we're going to have to wait and find out.
Yeah, it looks like they rotated Jaeger right up to try and prevent this rush.
And Blitz is in, and the rush is started.
Jaeger baiting Blitz. We'll see if Ella takes him right off. Smart play there out of NMSU, baiting the Blitz and killing him from behind, which is the best way to deal with the shield.
IQ falling right behind, trying to get the pick on Jaeger if he enters into bedroom again.
Yeah, but it looks like NMSU is happy with just curbing this and are just exchanging some half-hearted firefights through the wall. Ella currently, it seems, undetected in the bathroom once again, as Thermite is watching an angle through the gym. Jaeger doing his best to draw out the attacker's attention himself. Ella gets killed by the Thermite as 2 drones find her out, finally equalizing the kills, and Jaeger gets downed. I don't know. It looks like the attackers don't know that they downed him.
It definitely seems not, as they quickly pull back, and it seems like they're going for a full push through construction, but with Doc rotating behind, we'll see if he's going to be able to get a pick or not.
Doc looks like he might find the IQ from behind, as Twitch seems to be looking for roamers that are not there anymore. Lesion takes out Keldev on the IQ as she pushes in, and Thermite holding an angle from the external wall onto B site.
Doc does her run out, gets the pick off on, I believe, the
Yeah, and Fear Up kills one person on the stairs, but lucky not good, the Legion gets traded out. Thermite can't win his 1v3 clutch. Instead, he's taken out by the Doc, and NMSU has the advantage in overtime.
Now, it definitely looked like a very strong round for UOIT.
Looks like we have facilities. We'll get that fixed right up and finish these overtime rounds as fast as we can.
I hope so. I mean, it seems like we're running into a lot of technical issues tonight, but then again, we are fixing a lot of things for the upcoming Open League, which is a very good sign before that happens.
Yes, if only we caught this a week ago.
Okay,
Anyway, that's beside the point. We're now in overtime match point. NMSU has won their first defense round in overtime. We'll see if
CC.
UOIT can do the same, or if NMSU ties the series up and leaves with a 0-round differential.
You know, after seeing what happened at NMSU on Coastline, I am definitely rooting for them on this map. Mainly because of a lot of technical issues, and, you know, I just don't want that to go against them. But we see with a standard gym setup from UOIT, like they did on the very first round, bringing a castle. Let's see if that goes in their favor.
Switching the castle to a bandit, which is quite... or a mute. Okay, some form of breach denial. Looks like they're trying to prevent that external wall from being opened up, and potentially also information denial.
Yeah, I definitely think that UOIT saw that the pressure on the window was not that prevalent, and instead the wall was. So you can definitely see that they're trying to go for that deny instead.
Yeah, but on the other hand, with a Thatcher that's going to be gone pretty quickly, so I don't like it's a little bit of utility wasted from NMSU, or that needs to be used, but it's not going to slow NMSU down that much.
Yeah, and I mean, the only thing that Thatcher would really affect here might be one Maestro Cannon, but I think it's mainly suited for the Meat Jammers and the Legion Mine, so I don't think it's going to be that much of a wait.
5 seconds to go.
If I had to guess, they're probably focusing more on the information now for their roamers. As you can see, Vigil and Legion all the way on the other side of the map, looking for a spot. Yeah.
But it seems that none of NMSU spawns over near Warehouse, so that has kind of gone to a waste.
And Ash already repelling on the top, probably looking to put some vertical pressure in from the office, joining it out to see if anyone is around. As Finka joins her, Thatcher already helping Thermite open that wall. Barely even a minute in.
Bomb located by attackers.
The attackers know that B is open. B is doesn't have anyone on it, but the wall is completely open for defenders to shoot through it. Vigil.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Yeah, Vigil decides to go for a main staircase hold, which might come to help them out, but I'm not sure, because it seems at this rate a lot of pressure is being pushed on west side, and it seems like they're only holding east sides open.
Yeah, well, already Thermite just walks in and kills the dock through the wall, but the defenders ring back with two quick kills. Right, she goes down, but Wonderflow on the mute kills with the SMG-11 the Finka, who wreaked havoc in previous rounds.
Yeah, and now that it seems that all of their angles that they've been pushing from kind of has gotten denied, it's going to be a very interesting approach on what NMSU does the rest of the round.
I slightly mistimed the wallbang. Barely misses the Maestro, who's so low and gets finished off by the Thermite, evening out the two teams. Thermite already planting the diffuser. We'll see if Legion can see him. He sees the ping, but misses the Thermite, who doesn't take any damage. A flank from the mute takes down the Thermite, but he gets taken out by Hibana, who will now try to find the Legion or pick up her teammate.
So let's go for the revive. Legion peeks just a little late.
Legion just barely misses it, but takes out Thermite, but he runs away as Hibana is planting. What is going on? Legion, go! You've got the round right there!
Hibana decides to stop the plant and instead goes for round number 2. Legion going for a flank.
And takes down the Hibana, and there we go. UOIT is going to even out the round by finishing off by disabling this diffuser and shutting down NMSU's attack. That was a really strange round, but the defenders gained their advantage pretty early on and more or less held on to it for the rest of the round.
Yeah, I mean, Legion nearly lost a round by pulling back when he got the down on Thermite with Habana getting the revive. And if Thermite would have lived that engagement, it definitely would have went to NMSU.
Yeah, some questionable decisions from both sides and a little bit of misplay, but we will see how this game finishes out as NMSU goes back on defense, flashing that to Chanka but switching to the Kapkan. We'll see if they switch off of that once again.
Now, I definitely have a lot of confidence here at NMSU because so far they've done a very good job on their defense, except on Gym Bedroom, which we saw they tried to pick, seeing that they did not do so hot on that site so far.
Yeah, but now they're in Church Arsenal Room, which worked out quite well for them in the past, and honestly, it's looking pretty tough for UOIT to try and win out this series. A nice 6-pick from Alibi onto Alibi, but a blitz onto Twitch, I believe, feinting a rush.
Now, I would have thought that Alibi might have swapped off the Bandit there to try and stop some kind of approach, or maybe even a Kaid to stop some hatches, but we're going to have to see from there.
Yeah, you're right, with no Thatcher, it's going to be it would be hard to stop some of the breach denial, though Twitch can do a little bit against it. We'll have to see what direction UOIT decides to push, as they could take any direction they want.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Castle blocking off tunnel. It looks like they're not going to try and have anybody defend that off. And since last time, I believe Thermite got 1 or 2 picks off pushing from that direction. And
interestingly, the hatch on stock is left unreinforced, which means that they could easily push through that with Ash's breaching charge or breaching round.
Well, the hatch on stock generally doesn't need to be reinforced as long as you have a mirror window there or someone having a very tight angle on that doorway, but it seems that neither of them are so.
Though I do believe that Legion is roaming on in blue, or I guess watching blue for now.
Alibi, looks like she has a hole in the wall to lay down. And there we go, the stock hatch is actually opened by...
Yep, so we'll see how much pressure the attackers decide to push on there. This may have also been a bit of a bait from NMSU to focus the attackers' attention onto stock and possibly fall into some kind of trap that they may have set up.
Yeah, we can see definitely UOIT's taking their time, especially with Ying all the way inside Bard. Well, sorry, not Bar, but Strip Club, trying to just get rid of any kind of roamer possible.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Yep, but this time NMSU has 0 roamers. Everyone is just hunkering down on the site, waiting for the attackers to just waste their own time. Half time in, and the attackers have barely gotten into the building, except for Ying, who's already walking down main stairs.
Well, we can see Thermite and Twitch already pushing inside tunnel. Following them looks to be IQ. If they're able to get that open,